Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I am playing with Bajheera, some Fury and Arcane Mage action. We're actually fighting Enhance BM Hunter HPAL, and yeah, so I'm playing Arcane, he's playing Fury, you heard that right. So it's not Firearms or Frost Arms, both those comps work well, but Arcane Fury. On this opener here, we're starting with a Fear on the healer. In most of our games, and I was starting with Mass Invis, Mark of a Lunith, Arcane Power, Orb to get full stacks, Presence of Mind, and then double Arcane Blast into a Barrage. I might not do that exact opener every game, but turns out, pretty similar opener every game. And I try to actually use my missiles of procs when I can before I barrage to take advantage of the full 4-stack arcane missiles. Barely get my block off here. I could have maybe held it if I used my blink mobility a little bit differently. If I would have, instead of just kind of taking a lot of damage and staying in one place, just blinked around the pillar with my druid or something like that, like I'm trying to do right here, it would have probably been much better and I would have been able to save that ice block, but went a little bit too aggressive. So one of my favorite ways to combo with Arcane Mage, I've been playing a lot of Arcane, it's been so much fun, is Arcane barraging with 4 stacks into an orb, into say a Presence of Mind double blast into another arcane barrage. The orb lets you stack up to 4 rather quickly against a lot of classes, like a Demo Log, a Hunter, anything with a lot of pets. It'll stack you up to 4 and give you a pretty good chance to get some missile procs as well. So you just have a ton of consistency out of nowhere with this 20-second cooldown orb. So it's kind of cool to have something in such a short cooldown. Look at that. I dump all my stacks with a pretty sick Arcane Barrage. Arcane Barrage is pretty heavy with Resonance, that talent as well. And then you can just, dump your Barrage and then Orb again to get all your stacks back. So it's pretty awesome. I'm also using Arcane Explosion to get stacks in the meantime when I want to. And there's one misconception about Arcane is if you let an Arcane Mage free cast, he's going to blow you up with Arcane Blasts. And that's not really how it works this expansion at all, actually. If you free cast Arcane Blast, you're going to go out of mana in like 5 casts or something like that. You're going to be before you know it. So it's not really too beneficial to just cast Arcane Blast and go Once you're as an Arcane Mage, you're pretty screwed. After that, you pretty much just have to evocate to get your mana back. But you're just going to get kicked or stopped on the evocate most of the time. Anyways, double Arcane Missiles, Barrage. Sam Guards is getting so low. Steal that bop first try, sometimes lucky. Going for a sheep, but I do get kicked. Going for a sheep again, get the full sheep, throwing out some more missiles. Missiles through the pillar, beautiful. I love going missiles through the pillar, reminds me of the old and Burning Crusade days. Can't believe this guy is still alive. Orb to get more stacks and just spamming missiles and barrage, and eventually he'll go down. So that's the cool thing about Arcane, is you have a lot of mobility and a lot of short cooldown consistent burst type of a thing, so that's pretty cool. Heading into this next game, we have same thing, Arcane Fury against Ret Hunter, and this match was definitely not an easy one, but we did come out ahead. We fought them maybe a few times. I think we were winning most of our games versus this. What I learned is that you really have to line this Marks Hunter. I can't sit in the open and take this Marks Hunter damage. I've learned this kind of a little bit in the past, but the more and more I fight Marks Hunters, it's kind of more of a Cataclysm playstyle with Hunters, where you have to line of sight them or else you're going to die. Whereas in Mop and in WAD, you could kind of sit in the open and just CC them a lot, and you'd probably be fine. But now it's like you're going to have to line, because they're going to do a ton of damage. The thing with the Marks Hunters is that a lot of their damage is casted. Wind Burst, Aim Shot. If you just line of sight, they can't actually get these casts off, and they can't actually do too much damage to you at all. So yeah. I do have a lot of defensives here as Arcane, so I have 1 Ice Block on a 4-minute cooldown, but I have Mass Invis on a 1-minute cooldown, and Greater Invis on a 2-minute cooldown. So Greater Invis allows me to Invis myself, and even if it breaks to dots or whatever, it'll still give me a 60% shield wall for a few seconds. Mass Invis is a 1-minute cooldown. It usually breaks right away, but at least it drops a target. It's almost like a Shadow Meld or something. So Shadow Meld on like a 1-minute cooldown, AoE Shadow Meld on a 1-minute cooldown, which is very powerful, as you can imagine. You can do really cool stuff with it, like if my partner's sheeped and he's going to get re-sheeped, I can just Mass Invis him. I can, Mass Invis him so he doesn't get cloned, something like that. I can mass invis myself as a shadow meld to try to avoid some type of stun or CC, you know, because it drops target and stuff like that. Going for a sheep here on Supatis off the fear, so we get a full fear into a full sheep. Catching these missiles, getting a little bit low on mana here, and that's the danger. If you're spell stealing too much, if you're arcane blasting too much, you're going to go So maybe look for a chance to evocate if I can, but don't want to instantly get kicked on it either. So it's kind of like, you know, gotta find a good spot to do it. My main priority though is living, so I blink away, displace, blink back, pop my temp shield. I have mass invis available. I'm just a live lord as Arcane. You just keep running in circles and do your best to line of sight, and it's very, very difficult to actually, actually have them secure a kill on you. I thought I was out of line of sight there when I was casting that evocate, and I do get interrupted. I was waiting so long to do that. Finally get that evocate off and get kicked right away by the marksman hunter. I'm staying on top of my druid here to try to eat that trap, but I do need to run to a pillar. I blink and I mass invis away. I do have an ice block available, but I have that greater invis, so I'm trying to hold my block as best as I can. I do have quite a bit of hot, so I just run in the room with all my hots. My druid's almost out of CC, and I actually got to hold my block there at very, very low life. Pally's getting pretty low here. So that was that combo I was talking about with the just all instant cast stuff. So I just popped Arcane Power, Blasts, Barrage, Orb, then Barrage again. All instant cast, 0% chance to get kicked or CC, stopped, anything like that. And it does a good amount of damage. And, comes up fairly often, so that's pretty cool. The main thing that I've been liking is Arcane, because the burst is really good as Frost too, but the main thing I've been liking is Arcane is just, Orb is a 20-second cooldown instead of 1 minute cooldown, which is awesome. Like, imagine if Frozen Orb is a 20-second cooldown, that'd be crazy. And then the other thing that I really like is that just having so many blinks makes you feel just, like, completely invincible. Every game that I'm playing that I die, I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't have died, there's probably something I could have done. Whereas Frost, it just feels like I'm just going to die. Don't get me wrong, guys. Frost will still always be my favorite spec. I will always play Frost, but just having a good amount of fun with Arcane now. So there it is, the ret goes down. That's kind of the strategy we do versus this. Kill ret, run. Our general motif was just run and live, and we win if we don't die. So that was kind of the goal. If we just keep running, we're not going to die. But anyways, our session, we finished at about 2,800 MMR, got a little over 2,800 current rating, playing just Fury Arcane, so it was pretty awesome. These were, I guess, some of our earlier games. But yeah, pretty awesome stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, guys, leave a thumbs up if you liked the video. Thumbs the video down if you didn't like the video. Comment below for what you guys want to see next time. If you want more of this Fury Arcane, I think I have actually quite a bit more games. I was doing some Windwalker Arcane yesterday too, and that was pretty awesome as well. I saw you guys love that Disc Freeze gameplay from yesterday, so maybe more of that too. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!